I'm Jerry Hemenway. I'm a pediatrician in the community of the greater Bridgeport area, and I've been in practice for over 30 years. And since I was a young person, I always felt that I wanted to somehow or other contribute outside our own borders in terms of helping out in a missionary area, and preferably in a medical sense. About 10 years ago or so, I learned of a local group at the time called CardioStart. There was a group of local doctors and nurses who were sort of plugging in on a week or so basis, once or twice a year, in different parts of the world where the need would arise. And I first heard of this through one of the nurses in our office, and she helped me connect with some of the nursing staff at the hospital, and Dr. Steve Rosenman, whom I've known for many years. And the group was thinking about going to the Ukraine. And the Ukrainian government advised them at the time not to come, so the trip shifted to Central America, and for whatever reason that didn't pan out. So the next thing I knew, Jamaica wanted us, and we went down as a group of about, at the time, 13 or 15 people, about 6 doctors and 8 or 9 nurses and technical people to Kingston, Jamaica. And a little nun greeted us and kind of squired us around. Sister Grace Yap, she's a Franciscan of the Alleghenies, or an Allegheny Franciscan. And Sister Grace is like the local Mother Teresa of Kingston. Although one time when I mentioned that to her, she very humbly said, "No, I'm not Mother Teresa." She said, "I'm the reggae nun." And she stands about 4'8", and she is a gal who with a lot of energy, and she, in her small community there, is responsible for coordinating the care of the people in the ghettos of the Kingston area. And interestingly, there is no formal system of medical care down there for the indigent. We have Medicare and Medicaid here and so forth, and different systems of support. Down there, if they don't have any sort of a welfare system, so people who don't get care, and the only possible way they can get any medical care is to go to the local hospital emergency room, which is backed up around the block. And so they don't go there for the usual things that people would go for here. They go for only life-threatening conditions. If they're lucky enough to get a ride to the hospital, there's no real, there are a few ambulances, but they tend not to get into these ghettos the way they would here. It always impressed us how we would be in the environment of a building, very primitive with no screens and so forth, and very hot, but the people would wait out in the sun for hours and hours at a time and think nothing of it, and no appointments, no type of expediency to the system. They would wait all day, and we'd look out there, and a lot of times they'd be without any water or food, and they would never complain. And it was just remarkable to see this. So basically, that was our first impression. We brought down a few little trinkets, we'd call them trinkets, little gifts like Matchbox cars and Beanie Babies, and the nurses would give them out to the kids, and it was really impressive the way they would accept these as either their birthday present or their Christmas present. We had one little boy who came in the day before his 4th birthday, and we gave him a little Matchbox car, and he had a bad skin condition, so we went to the same clinic 2 days later, and I had him come back, and I asked him how his birthday was, and he held up the car.